We're live. Hello, everyone. And look at that. Our audio is actually working.
No.
It's not doing that weird thing where it mutes everyone as we go live. Steven, how is our audio? Or Melissa, you're both there. Steven, you did too know that Jeff was in this. How dare you? Anyway. Yeah, welcome to the show. We got some Fantasy Age to play. Some Thunder Rift. I don't know. I guess let's just do our little character intros, do a little recap, and we'll get back into it. Change the layout because I'm like, you know what? We're not going to need a map tonight, probably. So people are in a different order because I was just being sloppy with where I slapped the names. So, Jeff, who are you playing?
Okay, let's see. How do I do the voice again? I am Bulreg, son of Bulreg. I am an orc warrior, fighter of great renown. I am not as tactically brilliant as my friend Bart, but I am full of fierceness and strength, and I have upgraded my equipment. I've gotten I don't know, I'm losing my voice. Like Saxons and Danes living together. There it is. Okay. So yeah, he got a new set of mail. I am quite heavier and sturdier now. You thought I was heavy before? Watch me put on this mail. I am even heavier now. And I have spent some time in the blacksmith. And I have made it so that the pommel on my giant maul is the balled up fist of my good friend BM2.
Beautiful.
And so all of the people that I will slay with him, with my weapon, I will be slaying with my friend. He will live on with us.
Beautiful. Aww. Very sweet. All right, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere near the man that Borg is, but don't tell him that because you think I'm calling him fat, and I'm scared of him. But I'm an elf, really old. I'm like 20 years from retirement, and you know, I got my rifle, got an extra sword, now I got a shotgun, blunderbuss, and that's great, you know. And I'm just gonna try not to die horribly.
Yeah, cool. And also, Steven, thank you for that complication. I feel like that's personal. Oh, it is personal. It says, please kill off Volreg. Okay. I'll see what I can do. John, who you playing?
I'm playing Brawl Stonescale, who's not from around these parts. He got yammed here from elsewhere in the world, and he is utterly baffled by this place called the Thunder Rift. But I'm figuring it out. I've met these lovely people, and I'm just going with it.
Oh, very cool. And Bert?
I am playing Bohi. I am also not the man that Bulrig is, because I, in fact, am not a man. I am a bony skeleton, newly enfleshed, as what happens here on the plateau. I look like a very young Sean Connery, as do we all that get refleshed up here.
Yeah. And
I am a devoted of the one.
That's the one. Praise McGavin. And Dan is MIA. He's got family at his house, and we told him to yeet them all right out the door, but he's not doing it. So no Dan tonight. Yeah, Cosmic Balance. Yeah, so last session we all showed up. Well, you all showed up. You made it up to the plateau. You met up at a nice bar. Had some time to recuperate. And now you're ready to see if you can find some work. Something to do, something to keep you busy, make little coins as you know, I don't know if you all have had any plans or thoughts about trying to figure out why you were yammed, or just gonna chalk it up to life in the rift and move on with your day. But yeah, you're all collecting in the common room at the tavern you've been staying in. Probably imagine Bohai is enjoying a very hearty breakfast now that he has a, tongue with taste buds and a
digestive system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what's your plan? So you've been kind of hearing here and there that there are some offers for a few jobs. There's one of the USSR union reps who's been looking for a group of adventurers to take on a job. It's pretty hush-hush. Doesn't want to, any of the flyers information you get, doesn't want to reveal any of it like that. Will only reveal it in person. There is what they call a hunter recruiter for the kitchen stadium who's currently operating not too far from you. It's looking for some people who aren't afraid to delve into the dens of dangerous beasts to, capture them for a little bit of coin.
Oh, nice. We could show him my dick bear hide and he'll know we're legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's been a small brigade of goblins, very poor. They're here. They don't really have anywhere to stay. They've just been kind of sleeping in the streets. And they're looking for a group of adventurers who would be kind enough to take on a dangerous job for no pay. As they don't have any coin to give. But their home city of Klein has been under attack by foul monsters, and they need heroes to drive out, slay those monsters so they can return to life.
Oh man, at first, I heard that go into the den of beast thing. That sounded real good, but then, you got your stuff. You got the journey. You got that good wholesome feeling, and if those guys are besieging the town, they probably have loot, and so we get to kill people, but good legitimate wholesome killing, and then loot.
I'd be down for that. Besides which, I mean, we seem to be pretty good at killing things. I don't know about capturing.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Capturing's a different thing.
And plus, it would be nice, not to be the scrawniest person on the team for a change. Get a goblin on here. I could feel a little bit stouter.
Sure.
That brief moment when Bohai was nothing but bones, you were not the slightest character.
I know. You beautiful son of a bitch.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. So you'll have to look around for these goblins. Rumor is that word around the street, not necessarily rumor, that they're setting up in one of the market squares during the day. Just as beggars almost, trying to get enough coin to scrape by in the city, as well as pleading with anyone who seems strong enough and noble enough to take on their cause without
Bullrig.
the promise of coin. Yeah.
Bullrig will go into the middle of the market square and scream really loud, "Goblins, where are you? I am Bullrig, son of Bullrig. I come here to aid." And I'll just scream as loud as I can, moving everywhere, letting everyone know.
Yeah, the market areas, outdoor market square, people are just, when you see a school of fish staying away from a shark, that's how they're treating Bullrig. Is you're walking around this square just billowing out loud. But
We need to
eventually,
shop.
yeah.
While we're in the market section, should we shop?
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of shops. Anything you want. I'm just gonna say book price on things. If you want to haggle, we can haggle.
Gonna get some light leather.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Light leather.
How do you get it to show up as armor?
So-
I made the item and I gave it an armor value, but it's not showing up on my sheet.
Let me take a look at, where are you? Oh, hi. I see in your equipment you have leather armor. You have to click on the little shield down in the bottom right of the equipment box next to light leather, and that equips it on your character.
I don't see a shield.
So when you go on your character
Oh,
sheet,
okay. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
I see it. Okay.
Yep,
Yep.
I
Okay.
see that. It
What's
just
the
kicked in.
star for?
Favorite. So on the main tab, it'll show up in the quick access. So if you want to have your weapons be right there, you can click that star and it'll always be available. But yeah, eventually a group, 4 goblins, looks like almost like a family clan. There's a very old, wrinkled, kind of bent-backed female goblin, the matriarch of the family, a middle-aged looking goblin couple, and then a younger goblin child. They come up, and the, fatherly looking one, yes, we are seeking adventurers, heroes to help us in these dark times.
Seek no further. We shall aid you. I am Bulric, son of Bulric. You might have heard of me. I was shouting my name out for the past hour and a half.
I heard, yes, quite loud, quite powerful diaphragm.
Yes. This is the second best thing I can do. Scream loudly. The first thing, I can squash things. And I hear you need something to be squashed.
Yes, our home is under attack. Foul creatures sneak in at night and try and steal our young and eat our weak. No one's come to aid. If the goblins, these creatures are living in a den, a lair in the cliff wall not far from us. Don't say it out too loud because we don't want to cause a panic. They're 3 quarterlings.
3 quarterlings? What are you saying?
And there's
Quarterlings?
just
A little pale. Oh, that's so very close to blasphemy. So
yeah, there's a gasp
What's a
across the
three-quarterling?
crowd.
Bulric doesn't whisper. So.
Yeah.
Probably he's like, what's a 3/4ling? Yeah.
They're monstrosities made by magic. The evil cultists. They're an attempt to recreate the dreaded halflings that our Lord and Savior McGavin cleansed from this land long ago.
We must go at once. We must go.
Yeah, I mean,
Now.
Sure.
Bart, put down that taco. We must go.
well, I like to think that McGavin's sign, instead of making the sign of the cross, it's a fist bump.
I like it.
Yes, let's leave immediately. And they turn to start leading you out of the city towards the north gate. But
I'm picking up that taco and eating it. I don't care if it's dirty.
Yeah, you pick up Bart's taco and it's like, oh, my taco. But it's before you clear the market square. You hear the sound of screams coming from the far side of the market. As you look back and you see 4 very large, very scary looking hound-like creatures rampaging through, attacking people, knocking them down. They've got this kind of gnarly black skin with this almost like predator-like mouth with this orangish red fluid dripping down with these heavy spines all over them. And you can see not far off a cage, like you see in the old-timey, like how they would carry lions, like in these wooden crates with just some bars in it here and there. It looks like some people were transporting a crate of these through the town and they broke out. What do y'all want to do?
Should aid these people.
Yeah, I mean, I would hate to get eaten by a dog, so I imagine we should pay it forward.
Indeed.
Ulrich will return these creatures back to their cages with their brains no longer intact.
Okay, good. I was about to be worried, like in pieces, I assume.
I imagine after squashing them, they will still be one piece, but much flatter.
Yeah, if people want to go ahead and roll initiative.
Just getting right into it, huh?
Well, Steven did buy a complication.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
There we go.
Yeah.
Wait. We don't need to follow it exactly as it was written.
As
Okay, if this is Steven's convocation, you know what? I had second thoughts. We must hurry to Klein. We must go.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can outrun them.
maybe they don't seem
Yeah.
to notice you all. There's plenty of other victims for them in the
Oh.
immediate area that they're staying busy with. So, what do you all want to do? Fleeing is fine.
Now,
mean-
Bullrig will help.
How closely packed would you say this pack is?
They've spread out a little bit. Let's see, there's two of them that are side by side, but the other ones have kind of spaced out as they're going after different people who are running.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
ahead and hit the begin
1, 2, 3.
combat button.
Oh man, if I put myself up just right, I could hit 3 out of 4.
You could. All right, Brawl.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to kind of sneak up on one and kind of get the drop on it. See if I can.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and, with your movement, go ahead and just give me a what is this? A dexterity-based test.
Yeah.
If you've got the stealth focus, you can take that.
Yep.
12. That's gonna be. It should be good. Let me make sure. Ooh, it's a tie, but I'm gonna give it to the player in a tie. So yeah.
I'll sneak up and I'm just gonna poke one with the short sword.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, 11 points of damage. This thing does have some armor.
Does that hit?
That, oh, I'm sorry. That was your
Yeah.
2 hit. Its defense, no, that does not clear the defense.
All right. I miss.
Okay. Bullrig.
Bullrig will do the opposite of what our new friend has done.
Yeah.
Bullrig will scream as loud as he can, intimidatingly. Something about dogs and cats or something. I don't know quite exactly what. Doesn't really think too much as he screams. And he will run towards the same one that his new friend is at.
Sure.
And by running, I mean he will charge.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, am I able to get?
Yeah.
Or I guess the closest one, like whatever.
Yeah.
you're looking to.
No, yeah, that's
Preferably one.
yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay. All right. Are we in a 2v1 situation
You
here?
are in
or
a
we-
2v1 situation since you moved up to the one that Brawl has moved up to.
All right. Move over, my new friends. I must get in there more closely.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go for it.
17 to hit.
17 clears, yeah.
Excellent. You see, this is how it's done. 1, 2, 3. Damage. 20 points of damage.
Wow.
Oh.
That hurts. Even with their, tough hide and those quills all over their back. One heavy blow across the back of this thing's head just crumples it onto the ground as you smite the first one.
And then I take the pommel and I bop it on the head. Good job, BM2.
It's fun. Wonderful. Louis.
You know what? I think I might try and follow Brawl's suit, and I'm going to go sneaking, but in a different direction.
Okay.
It's a dex check. Here we
Yeah.
go. Sorry, I got to switch page. I was reading over stunts earlier.
Oh,
Come on, main page. Dex.
14. Oh, that's your sneak.
The sneak, yeah.
Let's just make sure that they don't pick you up. Ooh, they do. It smells you coming and its head
That's
whips
fair.
around towards you.
Okay. I'm not sure if any of those stunt points get used for anything. Maybe I can at least get myself positioned regardless.
Oh yeah, you do have a movement style stunt. You got 3 points. Let's see what would kind of fit there.
Basically, all I want to do is
Stunts.
move to here,
Okay.
which is within my movement range.
Yeah, I'll
I
let
don't
you.
care if they see me.
Yeah, I'll
That's
let you
fine.
get a good position. You move past kind of one of their threatened spaces.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because that third one is within 6 of me, and I've got this brand new toy that it shoots out
Oh yeah.
6 and a width of 2. So guess what? I get to make one attack roll against all 3 of these.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Go. So, and is their dex less than 5?
Oh, let me double check. Dexterity. Yes, it is.
All right. So somehow this will be a pinpoint attack with the
Okay.
blunderbuss.
It's like that line from Kill Bill, where at this range, I'm a surgeon with a shotgun. Yeah, 20, that clears all 3.
Okay. They all 3 take 14 points of damage.
All right, that is not going to drop any of, but it is.
At which point he's going to regret his decision as he sees wounded 3 of them, but not killed any of them.
Yeah.
This is why I should use rifles. I've made a huge mistake.
Let's see. Let's roll some dice.
Could they perhaps be angry that I smashed their mother in the head?
Yeah.
I assume this is the mother that I attacked in the other 3 with shots.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Because Bohai is still kind of back in the crowd, hasn't engaged yet. So it's really between your group. So yeah, it's gonna move up to you, Bullrig.
Come to me,
It's gonna make a bite attack.
you fool. A bite.
12.
I mean, yes, that will hit. Sure.
13 damage.
Does very little to me. I am equipped with new armor.
Nice.
I take a little, but not much.
Okay.
You are not impressive. You are not impressive, dog.
Bohai.
Right. Can I take a shot with my bow and arrow at one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so being the primary weapon of my god, I will fist bump the air, pull an arrow, and
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah, you've got your choice. There's one that just ran up and attacked Bullrig, and 2 of them are kind of isolated off and alone with Luaith.
One of those.
Okay,
One of those. Yeah.
15, that gives you 2 stunt points and clears their defense.
All right, 2 stunt points. Can't do a lot with that, but let's do.
I mean, mighty blow. It's extra
Yeah,
d6.
throw an extra d6 or
Sure.
pierce armor.
Oh yeah.
Do they have armor?
They have their hide counts as armored, so yeah.
I'll do an extra d6.
All right.
There you go.
All right, so 19
Oh
damage.
wait, did it roll damage?
Yo.
Oh, no, you have to click that damage button.
Yeah,
up
I
there.
got to do the damage button. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, snap. Ashley has shown up. So what is that? 11 damage altogether?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 11 points.
Nice.
All right. And that is going to be enough as you drop one of the 2 up in Luaith's business. You take your careful shot, plant this thing right in the back of this thing's head as it just collapses onto the ground. Moving us to the one that is on Luaith, and it is going to attack Luaith. 11? No? Okay.
Nope.
You defend yourself with your blunderbuss. Taking us back to Brawl. One is on
Alright.
Bullrig and one is on Luaith.
Well, I will help out Bullreg here, and I will try to give it the stabby stab.
Yeah,
Wait, that is not the right one.
that is a
There
dexterity
it is.
test.
That is a dexterity test. That's not right.
Wow, that is a
Just
lot
one.
better.
That
6
is a lot
points, and it clears defense.
What is its defense, by the way, or dexterity? Is it greater than 2?
Its dexterity is 3.
Okay. I'm not like weight. I don't get that extra.
Mm.
That extra, razzle madazzle. Let's see. Well, I'm going to make it a lethal blow for 5 stunt points
Sure.
with that. extra 2d6, and probably take the stay aware stunt as well.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
All right, so
So your base damage is 9, and you get to throw 2 more
Yeah.
d6s on there.
16, I'll take that.
Yeah, that is going to drop the one on Bullrig.
I didn't see nothing.
Okay.
Maybe like that Sam Raimi level of blood spray up into your face.
Got the
Bullrig.
artery.
So after Bohey made his shot and killed the one, Bullreg will shout over, "Well struck, friend!" And as he reaches his arm up, like the dog is clinging from his arm, and then Brawl cuts through that one, blood everywhere. I need another one to swing it. Oh, no, wait, hold that one in place. I'm coming, and I will charge right away.
Yeah. Charging up to
Alright.
that one. That will still keep you your 2 to 1.
Yeah, nice. Plus the charge. 16,
16 hits, 3 stunt points.
and I'll do a mighty blow. Actually, I'll do just do mighty blow. Screw it. It's gonna die. So extra d6. 18 points of damage.
Oh, that does the trick. As you run up and clobber the next one over the head, slaying it.
Bad dog.
Onlookers in the crowd, some of them are tending to wounded friends or when other, injured people in the crowd. Some of them have started like applauding and cheering the 4 of you for putting down these monsters, while the 4 humans that were initially moving this crate, carrying it, they don't look real happy, and you can see that they're kind of trying to quietly carry the broken crate kind of down a side alley, trying to get out of the area.
You
They
point at the
look-
people doing this.
And they start shuffling away with this crate even faster, trying to get away from you all.
You think you can outrun us? You're ridiculous.
Yeah, they're trying to go though.
They are.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna do a little game of math where you take your pace and you subtract it from 17.
They're not gonna clear that.
While that's happening, Bullrag has been like, do not applaud for us. We are merely soldiers. Applaud for him. And I will pick up Bart like by the scruff of his neck so I can hold him in front of the crowd.
Yes.
He is a military tactician, a genius. He is the one who orchestrated this assault. He is the one you should clap for. Here he is. And I'm just shaking him around.
I like to imagine
like
that
a cat.
Bart is still eating the taco.
Oh, the taco was slapped away. He's
That's
sad
what
about the
happens with
taco.
dads I hear.
That's what he went and did. He went and got the taco.
Or maybe he went to order a new taco and he's just about to get the second one, and you lift him up and the second taco drops too.
Drops. Yeah, people are
slinging our ass.
like Bart. But yeah, Luath, you easily catch up to him. Like they can't.
I'll be running in that direction as well.
Yeah.
Much slower.
And they would call
Don't
him.
run. Like that's just gonna make it weird, and if you make things go bad, it just means you're gonna die tired. And I don't want you to die, much less die tired. What the hell's going on here?
Listen, these things were supposed to be tranked, but it wore off way quicker. It took us way too long to get up into the city. Listen, we're just trying to get paid, but now we got to get out of here before the law shows up and starts laying fines down on us.
Okay, you show me the equipment on you to legitimize your claim you're trying to trank them. Maybe I'll take it easy on you.
Yeah. So they pull out some like a small leather pouch with some darts in it, and they got like some blowguns, and then they also have a letter, a permit, with a header on it for Kitchen Stadium. This is an official permit for essentially creature hunting and to bring it into the city so that way it can be prepared and later transferred to the Kitchen Stadium.
And here's what I'm gonna do. You could have hurt a bunch of people there, and that's messed up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a small cut on your cheek, each of you, so I'll recognize you easily. This is your one get out of jail free card. Got me? Grin and bear it. I'll just give you a small little cut.
Man, go ahead and give me a communication test.
Oh no, not communication.
Yeah.
If Bullrig keeps us up with knocking tacos out of Bart's hands, he's going to get Bullrig the Taco Destroyer as a title.
Yeah, they give up. You got this wiry, dangerous kind of vibe going to you. You have Bohai closing in. They're right next to you all.
Don't let it happen again, okay? You're marked.
What
Oh wait, my friend, he might want to question you for a second.
New lungs.
Oh, all right.
It's oxygen. Oh yeah. What caused the crates to break?
Oh, they broke out of them. These things are strong.
Oh, so it was just incompetence then.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to put it like that. I mean, we've done this before, no problem. You trank them, they're out. You keep tranking them throughout the day to keep them down, but like this batch just wore off, lost its potency, something. Like we felt it as, we were, maybe a little ways out from the square as we're heading to where we got to drop these things off. They started moving around. We darted them again. Didn't have any effect. And then, yeah, just all the hubbub and smells of the market here. They just went crazy. Used a little bit of fire, burn out the side of the crate. Before we could do anything, they were out running wild, trying to eat people.
Where do you get your tonics from? I mean, I'd hate to buy from such a shoddy vendor.
Well, you can buy them from, the recruiter.
Where did
the hunter
you buy
recruiter.
them from?
Well, my old lady, she makes these. Saves us some coins.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, usually they work great. This is the first time we've ever had any trouble with it.
Deep cuts, Luath. Deep cuts. I just turned my back.
Yeah, they don't. They take the cuts. They're
Don't worry, man. It's just supposed to be visible. Don't worry.
all right. Yeah, you've scared them into compliance on this. So yeah, they let you cut their cheeks.
Okay, you just remember, that means if I see you and you mess up again round 2, it's one and done. Okay?
All right.
There's women and kids out there.
Listen, we didn't want anyone to get hurt, and we feel real bad. So yeah, we won't happen again.
I get it. That's why you're not getting turned in. We hear you once.
All right. I go and they shuffle out back down an alley and disappear into the city. Once the danger is kind of subsided, your goblin friends kind of come out of the little nooks and crannies they were hiding in, go back up to you, Bullrig. You all are very, very brave and powerful.
Yes, we are.
We should go do the thing.
Lead the way. Let's all run. And I will reach back and I will grab Bart once more as he's gonna get his third taco. And right as it's coming, I pull him forward so we start to follow the goblins. I'm also gonna take a breather as well.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. Get some HP back.
In my lands, disturbing someone's taco time is one of the rudest things one can do.
Well, we are not in your lands now, are we, bro?
We're not. I'm just being informative.
Were
Please
it
don't
a
disturb
tall
my taco
glass of cold milk, have no fear that Bullrig would be quite respectful.
That is true. That is true.
I'll
He is
remember
eating
that.
the meat of some creature. That is not very polite at all. Would you be upset if we turned you into a taco there, bro?
I mean, if I was alive and you started to do it, I'd probably be pretty upset. If I was already dead, I wouldn't really care, I don't think. Make use of what you got if you have to.
You will fit in well in these lands. It is a common concept.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're down to follow these goblins, they'll gladly lead you out of town. It's a bit of a travel. It's not as long as what you took to get out of the Gloomfens and up towards Klein. But I will say, leaving out of the northern gates, which is more the skeletal, you don't get a lot of non-skeleton people leaving that direction. It's very quick, very efficient. You make it down the slope, no time. Now, Bohai, as soon as you leave the big archway, your flesh just sloughs off, just drops from your bones.
Oh. What happened there?
The magic is fusing. It only lasts on the plateau. I'll miss my stomach. Goodbye, stomach. Goodbye.
You did have tacos. Okay.
Yeah.
They do have, this is kind of a thing that, they deal with regularly on this side. Those expecting to lose their flesh. They've got like a little side line you go through and you stand in this bin. So that way when it does it, they just empty it out, wait for the next person to step in.
What do they do with it after you've shucked it off?
Do you want to ask someone?
Yeah, I do.
Tacos out of.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, you find a guard skeleton standing on the outside of the gate, so bones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, waste not, want not. We don't really eat anything, so we aren't eating it, but we save it for our pack animals and stuff like that. Those that eat meat. The beetles that the orcs ride, they pay good dollar for this. I mean,
Good compost.
yeah.
You can grow great
Interesting.
vegetables in that.
Interesting.
Could we take those tacos? Perhaps our friend Bart has not eaten.
I mean, it looks gross, but if you want to split his stomach open and take those moldy, acid-covered tacos out, you're welcome to.
For my friend Bart, I will do this. With my bare hands, and I'll just pull it out. Here you go. As our friend Brawl has now said, that it is rude of me to have taken your tacos. I am very sorry. Here I present these to you. Here you go. And here's part of it here as well. And this does not look like it, but it is. I think it is just partially digested, but there.
Thanks, I guess.
Pre-digested. See,
It is like a mother bird giving her young.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks. I'll snack on these on my way down.
Come on, man. This is like Brawl's culture and heritage. You're gonna disrespect the new friend here, but I know you're better than
I'll take a
that.
bite. You want to share? I'll take a bite.
He'll hand you one of the tacos. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll take
This bonding's beautiful.
All right. Bohai,
Just
they
stare
were
at him
your
until
tacos.
he's peer pressured into eating it.
Bohai, high or low?
Hi.
Got a 50.
That's close.
Counts as low. He waits till no one's looking and just chucks it off the side.
Bart did this?
Yeah, Bart did this.
Okay.
It was perfectly fine. I don't know what the problem was.
Oh, God.
Little acid, that actually adds a little spice to it.
Oh, there you go. Like that good hit of lime on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Acids
Oh,
and
he
bases.
just
acids and
sighs like,
bases.
that would have been great in my lower intestine when I had them.
Well, he got partway there.
Perhaps there's more in the intestine. I could go looking there as well.
No, I'm full, says Bart. No, thank you. I appreciate you looking out for me, but no thank
You
you.
must stay strong. We need your brain for where we are going.
You know what? I've been thinking about taking up that milk and vegetable diet that you've been on.
Yeah,
So-
yes,
I'll wait till...
keeps you regular.
Okay, let's go. Poor Dan.
Yeah,
We do the worst things to him when he's
I
gone.
know. I know.
Dice do worse things to him when he's here. Though,
That's
so.
what he gets for rolling so good on Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you're all making your way down, making it across the plains, you're following along the Drake River up towards Klein. The goblins are, pretty much sticking to themselves. The young boy goblin definitely has some interest in all of you. Doesn't necessarily say anything, but you can tell he's watching, kind of taking in all the cool gear you've got on you. Very kind of enamored with the whole, like, oh, these are adventurers, big time, like, so cool. But it's the old lady. Takes a special shine into Bohai. Oh, hey there. Skinny. How you doing?
I've been better.
Yeah, well, it's all right. That's all right. Looking fine to me.
Just to make sure. So, are you assuming Bohai's got like a hood on so that you can't tell he's skeletal outside of the plateau?
Yeah, I would imagine that they all saw, like, these goblins were with you as you left, so they would know.
Okay.
But yeah, after moving back down the plateau, if you wanted to put on that big, Dick Bear robe.
No,
that you
no.
made-
I mean, I've got my leathers now, and I
Oh,
just
okay.
keep my robe hood.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're, clad, you
Yeah.
know.
somewhat.
Most people from a distance would just presume you're a very skinny person, lanky.
Svelte, very, very svelte.
Yeah.
Very, very.
A lot of cardio.
Well, I ain't got a, got a problem with, your folks. Something kind of different looking to y'all. I like it. And someone made a skeleton. I once heard they really know how to bone, if you get what I mean.
That's disgusting.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. Just walking a few steps in front of you as this old goblin lady's trying to, like,
You-
do a little switch to her walk.
I turned to Lua. She does realize that all sexual organs are flesh. That there's no. Never mind.
Hey, don't be selfish there. Like, it's more about, are you, maybe she
A
just
connection.
assumes you're a giver.
I
got
don't
fingers.
have. Never. It's okay. It's fine. Fine.
But I mean, good on her for working it like that for you.
I did not realize your peoples were so progressive.
Who are you saying that to?
I just in general.
Just in general.
To all of us.
Yeah.
She kind of stops and she looks you up and down, Brawl. I've done worse. Keeps walking. That makes it a very kind of quiet and awkward journey.
Yeah. To make the silence slightly less awkward, I'm gonna make sure to show that kid my guns when we get a chance.
Oh yeah, he is about it. As soon as he's like, "Hey kid, you want to come check it out?" And
Here's the thing, like I believe in you understanding how these work for safety reasons, so you're not looking down the barrel of some stupid nonsense like that. When we hit camp, I'll even let you do a couple of shots so long as I'm supervising.
oh, that's so cool, mister. That's awesome. Like, just imagine, like, standing there with some bad guys coming at you, and you got this big old gun. Just
Yeah.
start blasting.
That's right. That's right.
Just absolutely so cool.
So we're gonna clear out these 3 quarterlings. But,
Yeah.
nasty stuff, it always comes back, right?
Yeah.
And we're not always gonna be there. But like you're coming back, you're like the prodigal son returning to his town. So you're gonna have a responsibility to watch over your family, the other people there, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to get my own gun.
You are. You're gonna need a gun, kid.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, you find a place to make camp for the night. If you feel up to it, like, the kids, of course, he's pestering, like, we camp. Can we go shoot it now? Can we go shoot it now?
Once everything's set. Yeah, okay.
You kind of get outside of camp a little bit. The other goblins are kind of working on getting like the fire set up and everything. As soon as the first gunshot goes off, they all perk up, just in like, what the shit. And then the mother, she realizes what's going on. No, and comes just barreling towards you two. You will not. He does not need to know how to do those things. How dare you? He's an innocent child. We don't believe in firearms in our house. They're dangerous.
I mean, yeah, of course they're dangerous, but it's more dangerous. Those things living in the cave near your town that kicked you out.
Well, when he becomes an adult, when he reaches, proper age, 14, then he can learn how to shoot a gun.
So, kid, when you're 14, don't shoot while you're breathing. You hold your breath while you shoot, okay?
Hold your breath while you shoot. And if you got to shoot a lot
when
of
you're
people...
14.
Okay, when I'm 14. I'll practice holding my breath until then.
It's very commendable. Very commendable. Good parenting. Good parenting. Given your convictions, would you care to put this poster on the side of your house? It says violence-free home. Just proudly put it there on your front porch.
I guess you're all helping us. I guess I don't mind. And yeah. Well, violence-free home. Like, yeah, we don't have any weapons in our house because it's not safe with the kid around. But what is it? What is it for?
Just to show off how just enlightened your household is.
Okay, sure. And the old lady kind of winks at you there, Bohai, like, you should see my piece.
Okay, kids, so we're not going to play with the guns no more, but I will show you how to load your own ammo. That's a totally different thing.
Wait. Oh, that's true. Or we could show him some knife work.
Yeah.
It's like drawn with crayons.
It's like just drawing with a bunch of red crayons.
And I actually did buy a second short sword while I was in town.
Yeah, the rest of your short journey, it consists of Luaith and Brawl sneaking off to teach this child the art of combat. Eventually you show up to Klein, small kind of fishing village based off of the lake up that direction. It's one of these really old cities, and you can tell it used to have like a stone wall around it, but just given time and the fact that they're not a big player in the rift and they're kind of in one of the more quieter corners of the rift, it kind of fell into disrepair, wasn't necessarily needed. But you can see outside of that there's a very crude wooden wall with this big wooden gate kind of going around the town up to the cutting around to the shores of the lake. And as you kind of approach, you can see there's goblins setting up on these little guard posts here and there, keeping watch with bows and arrows. Maybe one looks like they've got an old musket or something like that. But around the base of the wall, maybe like 4 feet and lower, the this wood, it's just scarred, scraped, like many things have been clawing at it, trying to get in over a decent amount of time. But yeah, as you approach, the guards call down a challenge. The Father Goblin, I guess they never gave you their names. His name is Hank. He calls the thing back up and like, yeah, we've brought heroes to save us. So let us in so we can apprise them of the situation. And the gate swings open and you step into a very scared looking town. Like, looks like it used to have like a really nice stone architecture. Once again, fallen into disrepair. A lot of it has been replaced with wooden shacks of various heights. It looks like they've got a decently mixed population here between like human, elf, and goblin. Goblins being the most prevalent. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well there's our tavern. Since you're coming to help us, we can get you free rooms there, free food and stuff. It's called the Wet Toenail. It's a great place. Their ale is amazing. Over here, that's a blacksmith. He's not really good for much except for, putting shoes on a donkey. But, there's a temple over there where good holy conifer worshippers here. Yeah, let's go talk to the mayor. So, you're all moving through town, taking all this in. You're led to a nicer, like this 2-story wooden shack. Head on in, and there's this big, heavy-set goblin sitting in a chair. Looks like he may, be up there in age. Looks like his knees may be going south on him because he's looks very unsteady when he gets up to come over and greet you all proper. Like, I am Mayor Fizzlebottom, and are you the heroes that we've been searching for to help us rid ourselves of this 3-quarterling plague?
Before he's even finished, like already kind of like doing a hand motion towards Bullreg.
Just point us in the direction. There is no need for fanfare, no circumstance. We can just go. I hear they are in a cliff somewhere.
Yes. Just a little ways southeast of here. There's an indent, a small valley. And they've taken up some of the holes in the cliff wall there as their lairs. They come out at night and they move through the burning hills. Of course, they can't get through the skeletons, through their walls. And even if they did, there's nothing there that skeletons have that they would want to take. Which means old us inclined. We've been taking the brunt of it. We've been pleading with the skeletons for assistance, trying to get help, and they're generally warm. They've been giving us, they've been giving us some supplies here and there. They don't have a lot of food to share, but what they have, they've been giving us. But for, to send out, might is to slay these 3-quarterlings. The paperwork alone and then filing the permits, it's just more than what we've got, and we don't really have the time for it either. Like, every day these things, the attacks at night get worse and worse.
What time of day is it?
We're gonna go, you camped out, so probably midday at this point.
How long does it take to get to these holes?
It's maybe a couple hours walk.
If we go now, could we reach there before sunset?
Yeah, you should be able to, yeah.
Good day to you then.
Yeah.
And Bullreg will turn around.
What are they after when they attack?
Oh, meat
Neat.
and poop. And they've destroyed all
the
of our
heresy
outhouses.
is more than just a whiff now.
Yeah, they've destroyed all of our outhouses. You know, they go in, they got all of our animals, and they started going after our young. We started getting the wall built up. You
I'm
know.
sorry, Mr. Mayor. I do not mean to be rude. But animals, they can be found again.
Yeah.
New ones can be found.
Yeah.
Families can be rebirthed. What these creatures are really after is not meat. It is not possessions. It is your soul. That is what they want.
Oh, wow.
That is what they always want. And we must go now before they take more of it.
Yeah, okay.
We should go now because they're sleeping, and it'd be easier to kill them all in their sleep.
Yeah.
Good
I agree
point.
with both those things. I'm curious.
That is why I said, what time is it?
Yeah. No, I'm already welcome, but I'm curious. So, like, are you implying that our souls are in our poop?
There's many theories in my home. We are the experts on feces. And yes, there is discussions of this. We do not think it is true. It is a bit apocryphal. But the fact remains that these creatures, these lings, are some of the foulest, cruelest creatures. They nearly wiped out all of civilization, if not for the one. And so we must tend to this.
No, I hear you. Okay, yeah.
I hope one day I find a history book about all this.
What is a book?
Oh, you don't need a history book. Here, let me give you the first 15 volumes.
Oh,
Now, we will
boy.
begin at the beginning.
It's fantastic. Yeah, you all set out. They give you decent instructions. They've had scouts head out before to try and track down. They know the general vicinity of where they're at, but it's very dangerous for them to go much further.
Okay.
They've had a lot of people not come back from it. Yeah. So give me just a moment. Yeah, you all head out. Anything you all want to do on your travel? Anything you're looking out for?
I mean, if they've been coming to the town to attack, I mean, you know, it goes both ways.
That's true.
So, you know, if they've been stealing stuff, like if they're stealing feces, I assume that's probably going to leave some sort of mark or trace on the way back.
They might also trap their trail,
Yeah, I was
being so
thinking
easy to follow back.
looking for that or guards.
Ulrich is using his smelling focus and his ancestry of being raised within an institution in a nation that is known for its feces, and he is smelling for feces.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me that perception test. Smelling, if you've got that focus.
Oh, yes, I do.
Nice.
Wow,
It's a
4
15?
stud points.
With 4 stunt points? Let me see.
He knows what they ate for lunch yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
They had
it's...
tacos.
Oh,
What a coincidence. Goblin tacos.
yeah. It's not hard to pick up on their smell. They do carry a very pungent smell with them. And you very easily pick up on this track. You're following it along. It hugs very close. Like as soon as it's just like outside of the line of sight of this village, it turns a hard north directly towards the cliff face wall. Plugging in some numbers and shit, just in case you all end up fighting these things.
That couldn't possibly happen. We're very nonviolent.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine so.
Ulrich bludgeons with the power of diplomacy.
So
Wait,
yeah,
have I attacked anyone who was worthy of diplomacy? I have not. I
You're
have
good
attacked
people.
cruel creatures. Do not judge me. You do not know me, foreigner.
No offense, man.
It certainly sounded like it was.
No.
You had the tone.
I always
Hey,
have a tone.
Never doubt that Bullrig is always the bigger man.
He is.
Thank you, Louis.
Yeah, it's not long before following along this trail, you find a small cubby in the wall, just shallow cave. It starts out very narrow for, like, especially for Bullrig. It's going to be difficult to kind of squeeze in, but you can definitely get this very pungent smell coming out of it. And you're sure that halfling or three-quarterling activity has happened in here.
Nice. So do we try and squeeze our way in? Get them while they're sleeping?
Should ask
can-
our tactician.
Scout
shit,
ahead,
where did you go?
perhaps. I'm certainly slender enough to fit through there.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it won't be a problem with you, especially if you kind of, throw off your cloak and everything. You're fairly skinny, seeing as you're a skeleton with leather armor. Yeah, you start shimmying into this small cave, maybe 5-10 feet. It opens up. It's very wide, kind of like, think of a flat oval kind of shaped cave, maybe 4 feet tall at the most. So trying to stand, you're kind of doubled over. And looking around, you can see burlap bags kind of stacked against the walls here and there. Just, well, you don't have a nose. But you're,
I'm going to assume they smell.
yeah. Assuming you've got your guess. Reeks. This is definitely bags of shit. And then also looking around, you can see that in some of the walls they've driven in pegs, and they've got strips of rotting flesh just kind of hanging there. You can see these thick swarms of flies all over them. Your eyes kind of take a moment or two to focus in on the lights. Why don't you just give me a perception test? See what else you pick up here.
Sounds good. Perception. Boom.
How'd you do? You did good. Yeah.
Yep. I stand deathly still and just take in everything.
Yeah. Moments. Looking at a few things here and there. Yeah, you take it in. And it's not too long before you realize that two of these, what you thought were burlap bags full of shit, are breathing. You can see the movement, breathing a little bit on them. And you realize that it seems like two of these three-quarterlings are resting here. Must be guards, forward scouts, something like that. And they're sleeping under these piles of bags of shit. They're unaware of you at the moment. They are resting, but you know that any loud noises, sudden movements could give your spot away.
Okay. And they're the only ones that I see, and they
You see
probably are the
two.
guards. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't look like there's any deeper passages in this cave.
Mhm.
It really looks like they're maybe treating this as like a supply depot or something like that.
Okay.
Forward guard post, something.
Just the two, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I'm still not satisfied that I can take them out myself, so I'm going to just back up slowly, quietly,
Yeah.
and inform everyone what I see.
Yeah.
Two guards, many sacks, strips of flesh. Maybe they're making some kind of jerky.
How big was it in there?
Small. No further
I don't-
tunnels that I could see. Just the two
I
sleeping.
don't like small. You know, do we get some oil or anything? Because I'm thinking if we could get, I don't know, a fire going in there, it sounds like a lot of that would burn real good. And then we just take care of whatever comes running out.
Well, I could get a fire in there if that's what you want.
Like that.
I
And
mean,
then,
these are confirmed evil creatures. Yeah. Cleanse
Okay.
them with fire.
Stand back. Lightning bolt.
Bullreg will be ready on the side of the cave if
just-
they come running out.
Okay, cool. Ready to hit him if anything comes out. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Bullreg.
ready to stab.
Yeah. I'm gonna say your spell's gonna go off because this is a cool moment. Let's just see what. Well, you're looking to start a fire.
Yeah, so I'm directing it at like some of those sacks, things that I know will catch fire.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Especially some of this. So you can tell some of these bags of shit have been here for a while. Definitely kind of dried out. It is kind of damp in there a little bit, especially humidity's high. But some of these older bags of shit, just you hit it, and it for a second you're not sure. Like there's this, and it's just lightning, right? Is there any kind of noise that comes along with your spell, like is it a crack of thunder or?
He doesn't say anything, just a bolt of lightning.
Sure. So you got that force lightning kind of thing. We're just and the bright intense. You hear it first. That strange language of the three quarterlings as they kind of start coming to, very groggy. Smoke is starting to build up. You hear coughing. As two of them now. Bohai, go ahead and roll me D6 plus your whatever your spell casting.
Intelligence. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I use my focus for
Yeah,
the spell
go.
that I did?
Yeah.
Okay. So a D6 plus all that. So a D6 plus 4. So 6.
Okay. Sure what we got. Okay. They each are gonna take. Let me make sure I got this number right. Yeah, set it on fire is always a good move. Yeah, they each take a couple points of damage from that. Oops. As they both come barreling out. So, Bullrig, you had this prepared,
Indeed.
ready to go
Ready.
attack.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and make your
Okay.
swing on the first one that comes out. It's unaware of you. They're not really defending themselves. So you're going to get, I'm going to take a couple points off of their defense for you.
Okay. Sounds good. I will swing. That is a 19 to hit.
Yes, that is a solid hit. If this was Pathfinder 2nd edition, that would have been a critical.
Oh, I see. I see what you did. 20 points of damage.
Book. Okay. It hurts, doesn't drop them,
My.
but definitely, like, it goes, you hit it hard, like, they're kind of ducking as they come out. Like, 3/4lings, so they're at height of a dwarf, maybe a little bit taller. And as they're ducking out running, they've each got these crude spears in hand, and you just collide your maul right in the center between the shoulder blades. And this one goes tumbling hard and rolling in the dirt. Did anyone else have anything readied? For when
Yeah,
they-
I was gonna stab one when it came out.
Sure.
I'd
Yeah,
love to stab too. Just nice and quiet, like.
yeah, go ahead.
Seeing as I took all my stuff off, I'm just standing back and just putting my armor and everything
Sure.
back on.
Yeah.
I like how Luate's all quiet. Like, meanwhile, Bullreg's screaming at the dude for as long as he swings.
14
This is
to
how I
hit.
think things will play in my head.
Nice. I'm gonna take.
I'm going to say for Brawl and Luath, you're both hitting the second one that came out. The first one, like I said, just knocked silly. Went sprawling out on the ground from Bullrig's hit.
Sure. Then I will do. I'll add in a
stuck
mighty blow
once.
on that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
10 points of damage.
Damage. Yeah.
Okay, it takes some. Luath,
All right. I'll go to staff and two.
14 hits.
Okay.
Okay. They're both still up. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and move us on over to initiative. Let me bring our tokens. Let's bring all the tokens over to about where you're at. Yeah, this isn't exact, but it's not terrible. And get you in the tracker. Go ahead and roll initiative. And I'll say, Bohai, by the time they do this initial attack, you get your equipment thrown back on real quick, so you're ready to...
So you want me to roll initiative as well then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That makes sense. Nice and low.
Yeah.
Wow.
Perfect sense.
3 1s.
Well, I have to make sure it's all on properly. I mean, you
Also,
know.
of
what
course.
happened to Luath? Luath is like always going first.
I mean, I don't know. It stinks like so much worse
Yeah.
than I was expecting. And I don't know why, but in my head, I was thinking this was going to be all quiet. And then, you know, this mountain of a man over here just like, wah! And like, there's a
We
part of
not
me
met? Do you not know me? We are friends.
I know.
Bullrig, you're up.
Okay, so did they both take damage?
They both took damage. One of them is prone, maybe 5-6 feet away from you, and the other one is still standing there between you and Luath and Brawl.
All right, I will. So when something's prone, does that increase damage, or does that increase attack? Like, can't
I
remember.
think
What is
it's
the
going to
prone
make
condition?
it easier for you to hit.
Yeah.
Is that right,
Okay.
John?
I think so. Yeah.
Let me check the GM screen.
Most stuff in this game tends to be just like plus or minus one, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If that is the case,
yeah.
I will take aim with my minor and swing at the one on the ground with my major.
Sure.
So I don't.
Yeah, I'm just
Check.
going to. Oh yeah, right there.
Oh.
Attacker is prone or defender is prone, so you get a +1 on
Yep.
your attack roll.
It's also under
Plus
knock
the-
prone for the combat stunts.
Oh,
Makes
Alright.
cool. That's it right there. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
You shall steal no more souls this eve. 17.
17's. Yeah, you get it.
Oof.
Okay. And I will, with my stunt points, I will do dual strike,
Oh,
which means this will hit both of them. So, because as long as they're within 6 yards,
Nice.
sounds like they are. And so I will do damage. Both will take 15 points of damage.
all right. Let's do this one
And-
first.
Do you hit the first one and knock it into the second one?
Yes.
So that's what I was gonna say, because I can use as my two-handed like bludgeoning stuff, so I can move them any direction I want. That's like part of this. That's part of the talent. So I'm going to golf swing into the one on the ground and hurl it through the air at the other one that is standing.
Yeah,
Nice.
they are both now prone.
Fools! You fools! You should have left this land. You are fortunate that you have survived this long. You should not have tried to attack these goblins and steal their souls.
Yeah, they're both, because their turns are back to back here. They're both going to stand up with their minor action. So they're not prone anymore. God, and they're both going to... Well, after you golf swung that one, it's not going to be able to close in and attack. So it is going to do the opposite, and it is going to start running away from you. It does have a speed of 13. So it just turns and runs, give or take 13 from your area. While the other one is going to stand up, and it's going to take a thrust at Bullrig with its spear. I got a 9.
I appreciate your courage, but you are a fool. You will not even pierce my clothing, let alone my armor.
Okay, brawl.
Right. Brawl's going to take a stab at the one by Bullrig
Sure.
and yell out, Louis, get the rudder.
Okay. We're both next to this guy.
That might not hit.
Let's see defense. Defense is 11. That's a hit.
Woohoo. Oh, and that's 4 stun points. Nice. Then I'm gonna... I will Mighty Blow and Pierce Armor on this one.
Oh, okay. So it only gets half of its armor.
Yep.
All right. You want to give me that damage? All right.
3 of those.
And let's see. We do and half armor. Ooh, this one is on, just hanging on by a thread. Luaith.
All right, so in this game, you have to have actually readied an action to go after somebody when they step away, right?
Yes.
And this dude stood up and did this.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, I leave this poor sap in you guys' more than capable hands. And we'll play my favorite game where, we take 17 and we subtract your pace.
Yeah, you can close in. It's got a pace of 13.
Actually kind of move around in front of him and just put the arquebus right in his face.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead. I'll move us. So you easily get in front of this other one, this other 3/4ling.
Here we go.
18's a hit.
Oh.
Ow.
I like to assume I just kind of ran around in front of him, kind of dropped to the knee and pointed the barrel upwards.
Yeah. And that is actually going to be lethal on that. As you drop to your knee, point up, and just catch this 3/4ling right on the chin. Just head goes exploding backwards as it drops kind of forward and falls into you, Luaith. As its momentum of running, it still had that momentum, so boom, and then just kind of collapses.
What was it? Flourish is never worth it. Oh my god, I can taste the shit he's been eating. Oh, why?
Bohai. One is left.
Only one is left. It's in the middle of a bunch of people, though, right?
Yeah. Bullrig and Brawl.
All right. I just shoot an arrow at it. Then.
Sure.
I yell out, "Blasphemy! Abomination!"
13's a hit. Yeah. 6 damage is enough to do the job. As this thing's kind of engaged with Bullrig and Brawl, you take your shot and just catch it like right under the arm, and it kind of stumbles for a second. A little bit of blood sputters out of its mouth, and it just kind of collapses there in this broken, ragged, wheezing breath as it slowly dies there.
Say under my breath, your flesh isn't deserving of being consumed by the great Magat.
Now, because you did pretty good, Bullrig, on your perception test earlier, you can definitely tell that there's been a lot that have come through this area, but they kind of continue east, hugging along the cliff wall, eventually kind of turning up into this little valley where I'm kind of pinging at on the map.
Mm-hmm. This is but an appetizer, my friends. The main course lies northward. I mean that metaphorically. We should not eat them. That is terrible. That is blasphemous, as Bohai has said.
Yeah,
I'll eat a lot of
this
things,
was
but by the smell of them, I wouldn't eat it.
Simply a way station. Only 2 of them there, small cramped corners. This can't be all of them.
Indeed. I can smell them from here. Droves.
We've got to taste them.
so horrible. I mean,
You are
the abomination really
fast.
lingers.
Yeah.
Gonna need a nice big tall glass of milk.
We'll wash it down. That is what we have learned. In the Orcish Hills, water, that will not clear the taste of shit from your mouth. It will not cleanse you. But milk, that it shall. And that is why I drink it so often.
I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So we know basically where they're gonna be. Maybe we try to find ourselves a nice piece of terrain to like funnel them or something. Where because they're probably gonna come investigate, I would think.
Yeah.
Perhaps there is a trailer somewhere. I can stand upon it and scream very, very loud and attract all of them at once.
Okay.
That's an
Be
idea.
efficient.
I would love to find an overlook somewhere relatively near that. And obviously you, all the glory and everything, and I
No.
will very heroically shoot from a distance.
So yeah, if that's your kind of a plan, if I'm picking it up. So we have Bullrig, our orc friend, is going to climb up, find like a boulder, tall
Stranger
enough,
things have happened. Yes.
and you're going to stand up on this thing and insult them as they walk by.
Maybe we can hide Bohai behind some cover of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
will not hide the light of my
Hey, no
cabin,
more-
but I can be a little further away.
Well, yeah, maybe a protective barrier, perhaps.
That is all right. Myself and my good friend Bart, we will stand atop here as brothers, and we will wait for the wave to wash over us. Yes, Bart? Where the fuck did he go?
yeah, and also it's not too far off from this big, cliff face that kind of the northern border of the Thunder Rift, and you can kind of see it's rough, it's jagged, and you can see some outcroppings a decent ways up that Luaith, you think you could get up. Maybe these things are like 15, 20 feet high, and you can
Okay.
kind of almost hide up there and then use it as a very high vantage point to kind of. Is that what you were kind of looking
Yeah,
for?
that's very much what I would like to do.
Yeah.
I think I'll join you.
Okay. So Bart and Bullrig are on this boulder. Bohai and Luaith are up on this, little cliff shelf. What about you, Brawl?
Brawl's looking for maybe any kind of like quick and dirty kind of traps, or even just rock falls, anything like that he can set up. And then he's
Sure.
planning on like hunkering down, and he'll be, in and out, kind of ghosting around and stabbing.
Sure. Go ahead and give me. I want like a survival-based test.
Intelligence?
Yeah, I think that's going to be intelligence. For kind of setting up some traps.
Yeah.
Not great, but you do okay.
Okay.
So you've got a couple actions, and with that 11, I'll let you kind of pick out the one you think would work best. Like I said, this cliff face, it's jagged. There is plenty of, small saplings, trees, some dead wood here and there. You could do like you mentioned before and kind of set up a like a rock fall. You get this little tray set up, kind of wedged into a spot on the cliff. Little peg, you can get a bit of cord tied to it and be a little ways back, 30, 40 feet back, and then just kind of pull it, and it'll drop a small amount of rocks, maybe enough to do some injury on one, not enough to impede their path. There are enough saplings. You could do a few snare traps maybe on the what you're thinking is the trail. If they're hugging along the wall, kind of between this large boulder and a few other small outcroppings of trees nearby. And your last one would be you do find a semi, it's not a huge log, maybe 5-6 feet in length, maybe 7-8 inches in diameter, and you could set it up as like a swing trap, and same thing, have a small peg that you can pull to release it and kind of swing it down right into the path, kind of colliding with whatever 3/4lings would be in the front.
Okay.
Which one are you thinking?
I'm thinking number 2, the
Okay.
the snare
The
traps.
snare traps. Okay. Go ahead and give me a D6 here. We're gonna divide this by 2. I guess we're rolling a D3. You're able to get one snare trap set. It's pulled off of a nearby, fairly, like thumb thickness sapling. Enough that when it cinches down, it's at least going to pull someone off their feet. You don't know if it'll hoist them into the air, but it'll definitely pull them on their ass and kind of keep their foot tangled up and suspended for a few.
Okay.
Yeah. The day passes by. You're there waiting. Bullrig, you're taunting, trying to get someone to come out.
Holding up the decapitated head of one of their other two.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is no longer a quarterling. This is a 1/4, 3/4. Math is not my strong suit, but neither is living this thing's strong suit. And I will just chuck it into the darkness. And then I will hold up the next one.
Yeah. Eventually, you all kind of pick up the sounds not too far off. Hushed, harsh whispers. The sounds of many feet kind of moving along the loose rock, dried grass here and there. And eventually, especially Luath and Bohai at your higher vantage point. Question real quick. Does anyone in the party have dark vision or the equivalent? Okay. And actually, Bohai skeletons would as well.
I was gonna say we don't really have eyes, so
Yeah,
meh.
skeletons would as well. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
yeah. So, and you can kind of see in the, the gloom. Your eyes adjust to the darkness. A little bit of light from the stars and the moon. You can see maybe 20, maybe up to like 25 to 30 of them. All kind of trying to move stealthily. Definitely the 3/4lings, one of the features of the halflings that they didn't inherit from their creators was halfling ability to sneak and be kind of stealthy here and there. And you can hear these harsh whispers and whatever this crude language that they have as they're slowly closing in. And, rather than having you all go into initiative against, 20 to 30 3/4lings, we're going to kind of play this out steal a line from Jeff's book and kind of do a cinematic style. So we'll go through. I'll let each of you take your turn. Just tell me thematically, what are you doing? Doesn't have to tie to any mechanics. Just, how are you kind of handling this in a very cinematic, action-packed kind of way? And we'll see how they react. And then we'll continue on with another round if we need to. So I'll leave it up to the four of you. You've definitely plotted this out as kind of a trapped choke point. Who wants to start us out?
I think Luoth and I were going to rain down arrow-like death from above to start off with.
Yeah.
And as they get closer, I'll rain down lightning bolts and shock blasts.
Okay. Luath, make your ranged attack, and Bohai, why don't you go ahead and give me that spell attack? Just make sure you do. Okay. I'm going to go for the difficulty on these that I want you all to get to pass on this. 11 will be a base pass. 12 or higher, you're going to get a little bit extra. Yeah, you both did fantastic here. And you both got a shitload of stunt points, so we're just going to stack stunt points on your success as well. Luath, so explain to me kind of what you're doing.
All right, so I'm going to let Bohai here start off, because the lightning starts coming down. It freaks them because they thought they were being stealthy, right?
Yeah.
They think they got this. Then fucking lightning rains down on them. They're freaking out. I'm going to look for the one who's like in the middle of people freaking out. I'm going to shoot him, make him stumble down in the middle of his friends, trying to get someone falling over each other in the midst of the freak out.
Bohai?
Yeah, I'm just like raining down a few lightning bolts, like center mass, trying to take out just some here and there, a few shock blasts. I mean, basically just to soften them up before they hit our two warriors up front.
Yeah, so lightning's going down. Some of them are scattering, trying to turn back. Luath, you see this, one kind of centered towards the back, kind of a bigger three-quarterling, and you take your shot and you just drop him. And as some of those that are trying to turn and run, they're just tripping and stumbling over this one as lightning's just, charring other of their foes around them. Brawl or Bullrig? Which one of you wants to go next?
I'll go next, if that's cool.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that the snare snags somebody.
Yeah, snare will go off. You've got that
in all the
preset.
confusion. And then Brawl's just going to lob over a wall. He has a blast vial that I picked up in town.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to lob it over the wall, and we'll see what that hits.
Yeah. 11, you get it. So yeah, you toss it over. You kind of hit the forward kind of edge of their little group as this just boom, this flash of red light. Some of them are screaming, running around in fire. Bullrig?
So Bullrig will... So as this herd is coming, this huge drows are just kind of running and getting beaten down along the way.
Yeah.
Bullrig is going to be singing some horribly insulting halfling song, something like that, just trying to taunt them even further. And then we'll say, steady butts, back to back. And so Bullrig will be out in front, and we're not side, he's literally behind me as they're breaking on me like a stone in the river. And I'm just swinging this wild maul in every direction possible,
bellowing out this terrifying song, swinging this maul. Go ahead and give me that roll.
Okay. Do not roll poorly, you piece of shit. 12.
That's all you need. That's good.
Okay.
As three-quarterlings are flying left and right, maybe the occasional three-quarterling you hit and it goes flying up into the air, only to be scarred with a streak of lightning coming from Bohai up above. It's just raining down destruction. I think Bart's there in spirit. What do you guys think Bart would be doing in this? He does have a couple pistols
that we're right next to each other
and tactical advice.
I feel like he's weaving in and out from underneath my legs and shooting and stabbing and shooting and stabbing. You know what I mean? Because like he's a gnome, so he's still pretty
He's
small.
tiny, yeah.
Covering your flank.
Right. So like I'm like this huge thing. He's just like using me as cover to weave in and out and like attack.
So it's
and
like
fire
an
and
inverted
stab.
master blaster.
So yeah, there's
yeah.
Bart between your legs, shooting around your maul as it's flying. You've easily cleared out at least half of this giant three-quarterling horde just in your opening volley. So we're going to say I am going to roll... I'm going to roll a d12. I did really bad. I did really bad.
I was thinking maybe 3d6 or something or 3d4.
You know what? That would have been a lot better. But I was just thinking, all right, I need this about this number. Which dice fits that? Oh, d12. Fine. One of them gathers their nerve and stands up, ready to square off with Bullrig, while the rest of
Correct.
them, like the other 14, turn and run, heading back. Some of them kind of scattered out from the wall, but Luath and Bohai, you can see them kind of steering back towards the wall as it seems like they're trying to retreat back to wherever they came from. As Bullrig, this one pulls out this spear, growls at you. You can see like part of its face is like burnt from either the explosive vial or the lightning.
I respect your courage, you soul-stealing fiends. And for that, I will give you a death that your kind does not deserve. An honorable one. And I'll charge at him.
Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. The attack's going to happen simultaneously. So, go ahead and roll your 2 hit. I got a 19 with 5
Sorry,
points.
DC 20.
Is it?
Sorry, man.
You just bought all this armor? It could be.
No. It doesn't really increase his armor, it just increases defense.
Oh, yeah.
16 to hit.
16 clears there. So both attacks hit. I do have my 5 stunt points, which I am going to do a lethal blow on.
Okay. I'll do a mighty blow.
Sure, and let's roll this damage. We're going to click that Bullrig. I need to click this. Base damage is 13 with the lethal blow. Another 6. So I got 19 points of damage. You deal 19 points of damage.
Yes. But I have better armor than him. And so it barely dents anything.
Okay.
It barely hurts me, you fool. You silly fool. Go back to the darkness from whence you came.
Yeah. You slam hard into this thing. Doesn't drop it, but it does. You can feel your maul crack against this thing's knee. You can feel the bone breaks as it kind of collapses, tries to stable itself on its spear as its nerve finally fades, and this three-quarterling starts trying to crawl away from you back along the
So
cliff.
it will not be an honorable death then, shall it? And if I will just like step behind
Yeah.
him and just smash him
Not
like
a
Kathy
problem.
Bates or something. From
You cave it easily. Yeah, so you cleared out this group by half. Didn't take them all out. Like I said, there's still like, you're guessing 12 to 14 that turn and ran.
Oh, if it's possible to kind of keep pace with them, maybe. What I would love to do.
17
sorry.
minus pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to beat.
You know what I really love to do?
Yeah.
Let them start climbing. Let the first one start getting up there. And when he's about 3/4 of the way up, I shoot him and make him fall.
Oh, that's
On
great.
top of his friends that are right underneath him.
So yeah, you're all giving chase to this group. Like it's very much like,
I finish off the one in the trap.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. You do. Luath, you're out in front following them. And eventually, a little deeper into the valley here, and you can see this slope of kind of loose rock, might have been cleared out a little bit, leading up to a this a flat. I don't know how to describe it. This cliff shelf that they've kind of stood these logs up on, and they've got this kind of big stone roof setting over it. They've kind of made themselves a little hollow, and you can see some very crude, like, animal skin tents up there. And as you're tracking this one up front, the one that's moving the quickest, you take your shot. Go ahead and throw your shot out there.
Boy. Okay, I'm gonna botch this now. I feel it coming.
You got it. You shoot them, hit them right in the back of the leg. The leg goes out, and they fall and they start tumbling. Go ahead. Give me 2d6.
Okay. 2d6. There we go.
As this one falls, the other rock starts kind of sliding with it. Takes out 11 others as they all just collapse. They're not dead by any means, but they're just in this jumble. They've all taken some injury. And you can see there's still 4 or 5 that make it up into this flat. And you can hear when they get out there, they start calling out like an alarm of some form. And you can see there's more movement. Like this was just like their big raiding party. Like there's probably more up in that small tent city they've got built up in this cliff hollow. What happens next?
Reload.
Yeah. The rest of you are able to catch up, and you see this mess of 3/4lings at the bottom of this slope. Like I said, you can see up this slope to this shelf where they've got this big stone roof supported with a couple of big wooden logs, and you can get the feeling that they're kind of mustering the 3/4lings that are left in the village.
Hey, Bullreg.
Yes.
Hey, Bullreg. Yeah. How do you feel about a little building remodeling up there on the hill?
I feel great at it. God damn it. I feel great about it. It's hard to stumbling over the G's a bit. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes. We will be like property brothers. Let's go.
We're twinsies, you know.
Indeed. But I am the one who uses tools because I am very self-conscious of how I look. And the other one, he dresses very nice. And I am jealous of him.
At least you're not the third property brother.
This doesn't even go on the camera.
Uh-huh. You two get up there. You find a couple of the closer of these logs that are using to support this roof. Stones, crude spears are whistling past you.
I will whistle back.
And Boy's just keeping up, shooting arrows where he can.
Okay, yeah, picking off stragglers. Sure. All right. This is going to be... I want a 13 or higher for Bullrig and Brawl on these attacks to knock out these support pillars.
I see. Can he assist or we assist? Do we work together? Okay. I shall take aim carefully.
Yeah.
With my keen crafting. I am a crafter. I am a tradesman. Blacksmith, yes, not carpenter, but I believe I would be able to look carefully and be able to determine a proper place to swing. And I will roll an 18.
Nice.
I'm no good at this.
That is fine. You will sell the property. I will destroy it.
Bullrig, you get this solid smash as this log goes kicking out. All of a sudden, this roof starts tilting down from the side. Brawl, you take a deep bite out of the wood, but you're not quite able to get through it. Seeing as you didn't do so great here, I'm going to say eventually you get through it, but not in the way that you were hoping for. I need a dexterity test from you for you to dive out of the way. Oh, yeah. You knock it out of the park. As you leap out of the way is this cloud of smoke, and all of a sudden, all these three-quarterling screams like, ah! With a boom! As this giant ceiling stone collapses, killing all of them. All that remains is just mopping up the few that are resting at the bottom of this slope that got tangled up. And Bohai, you've been kind of working on this, putting arrows in them.
I'm probably out of spell points.
Oh, yeah. Well, Steven, this is easy. You've got Bullrig, son of Bullrig, and you've got Bullrig, father of Bullrig.
And you also have Bullrig, grandson of Bullrig. What are you, a fool? Get your head out of your ass and start paying attention.
Yeah, you all did amazing on this. I was very curious how it was going to play out. The ambush was a great idea. I just kind of figured you all were going to sneak in there and just try and fight them. But you did good. So we're at time. So I think this is a good wrapping point. You'll return next session. We'll pick back up in Klein, with you all having just finished slaying the three quarterlings. Sadly, the three quarterlings that survived really didn't have anything worthwhile. Any gear they had was just very crude, poor, made out of dried intestine and just filth. But yeah, we'll pick back up in Klein with you all having saved the village from a three quarterling, giant raiding party. Yeah, let's do some closing plugs. Jeff, what you got happening this week?
Yeah, Friday over on twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, we are playing Mothership as we are continuing our Gradient Descent campaign. It's a big old weird dungeon crawl, crazy synthetics and things. Let's see. On Saturday, we're doing One Ring 2nd Edition. And on Monday, we'll be back to Deadlands. You can see some of the folks in this game.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Jeremy, tell me about this Patreon.
Yeah, Aaron Reese on Patreon. You've got comics, art, maps, RPG assets. Check it out.
Very cool. John, you got anything happening?
I don't think I've got anything happening unless maybe we're doing something Friday. But otherwise, Slices and Dices, twitch.tv, Slices and Dices.
Yeah.
I know they're doing some Ravenloft Friday.
Cool.
I'm not in that, but they've been doing that for a bit. It's pretty good.
Cool. Bert?
Oh, this Friday we've got some BX Dungeons and Dragons playing in the Mystara universe. Saturday on official Goodman Games channel, running some Weird Frontiers, horror western using the Dungeon Crawl Classic system. That's pretty much for this week.
Do we have Shadowrun on Sunday?
No.
No? Okay.
Don't think so. Yeah, no.
Okay. Very cool. Well, here on Defenders, if you come back tomorrow night, we're going to be actually getting into the gameplay of our Tales from the Loop campaign, so check that out. Friday, John, is it planned right now? We should be wrapping up Anvia, so we won't need you Friday night. As long as we wrap up Anvia next Friday, though, we'll be kicking off a DCC campaign. Saturday at 1 p.m. Central over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. Got some Fallout 2D20. Yeah, and I'll be hanging out with Bert on Goodman Games Saturday night, Jeff Monday night for some Deadlands. And yeah, that's what we got. We'll be back next Wednesday for more of this, continuing on with this group of heroes. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
Heroes.
They're mildly heroic.
Very heroic.
Bullrig's fault.
What are you talking about? Very heroic.
Definitely.
You're the very heroic one.
They were attacking in this. They were stealing souls of goblins. We had to protect them.
Yeah, definitely more heroic than, previous crew.
We saved all those people in the market square from being destroyed by monsters.
You did. Very cool.
Okay.
I feel you all are twisting my actions. I do not like this.
All right. So anyway, we'll catch you all later. Doses.